from his Central Texas Command Center, deep behind enemy lines, the information war continues. It's Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
All right, folks, we are back live, streaming video for PrisonPlanet.tv subscribers. And I promised callers, so I'm going to take callers. Let's do it up. Your topics, your questions, your comments here on the Alex Jones Show. Let's go to Jim in Texas. Jim, what's on your mind?
Hey, Jason, I was calling to respond to what Alex called in earlier, was asking people to help him out with the Michelle Malkin
situation, sure.
Yeah, specifically the website rightpundits.com has the video that he's looking for. It's a front-on view, and basically what happens is two guys come up and they say, "Hey, Alex, we're from Chicago."
Yeah, and they're wearing the Obama hat and like this really fruity hat, right? These skinny
One has
hats.
an Obama hat on, and it's funny because it's like a Black Panther style beret with Obama on. It's completely silly, but they identify themselves. They say, "Hey, we're fans. We're from Chicago," and then it's a frontal-on view of them saying what Alex has been accused of saying, and then as Michelle goes away, Alex says, get Michelle, referring to the cameraman, telling him to stay on her,
yeah,
get her.
Obviously.
And so, that's where, if Alex wants that specific frontal video, it's at rightpundits.com on their homepage.
All right, or you can just do a Google search or a YouTube search, and there are tons of different angles. I mean, this was shot by about 20 different cameramen. It's a hell of a confrontation. I'm loving it. All right, man. Let's jump to Norman in North Carolina. Norman, what's on your mind?
Hey, Jason. I was on briefly yesterday, and I didn't get to plug my band's website. But today, when I heard Alex was under attack, I just wanted to call back and offer some words of support. I watched the Michelle Malkin confrontation, and Alex is the man. He is a peaceful warrior, info warrior, standing up for truth and justice. And he honors life. He keeps every step sacred and would never call for the death of anyone. So to accuse him is to bear false witness, because it's not his character. He would much rather debate in a supine fashion and win on the merits like he always does. And it just upsets me that they're going after him with such fervor. And, I stand with him, in spirit. If I could be there physically, I would. But I'm a working class info warrior, and I'm just doing what I can, in my hometown. And
a lot of us are working class info warriors, and we need more of you, man.
My band has a 9/11 Truth Action music video, and I'm
sure,
trying to get it out. The website is called www.thedaring.com. The spelling on that is THEDARERING.com. It's 3 words. Hook them together. It's a compound word, and the song is called "What's Been Going On," and it's a question directed directly at the powers that be, who are trying to,
control our lives, enslave us or kill us. They're very nice people. Thank you so much for the call. I hope people go check that out. Let's jump to the next caller. Let's go to Rusty in Arkansas. Rusty, you with us? Hello, Rusty.
Yeah. Hey, I just want to say hi and thanks for the great job you're doing. I just wanted to ask. I know you guys have got a little time before you go up to New York here in the next couple of weeks, and I was just wondering, man, would you stay a little bit longer, give Alex a good break, or you want to have to go back? Or
listen, here's my deal. I am leaving right after the show on Thursday. I'm actually getting braces tomorrow by Alex's dad. Who knows how painful the Thursday show is going to be for me, but right after the show on Thursday, I'm driving across the country because I do have a wedding on the 31st of August, and of course Alex is going down to New York on September 10th, but he's going to be going down there. I'm going to be going down there. We're going to be showing our films Truth Rising and Fabled Enemies for free with wearechange.org, Luke Radowski, and others. So I wish I could stay. I'm looking to try to set up some kind of a little studio, a radio studio at my house, so I can continue to sub in for Alex when he wants to take off for events like this, which are completely effective. I mean, the DNC, how awesome is that? Or when he just wants to spend time with his family. I love doing the show. I love the audience. I love reaching people. And it's just really fun for me to sit here and talk about all these real things and talking to people that are aware of them and are willing to copy DVDs, are willing to, go down to their city council board meeting and protest, are willing to stand up for truth and justice. And, no matter how small your contribution, if you do contribute, you are an info warrior in my eyes. Let's jump to Chris in New Jersey. What's on your mind, Chris?
Hello, hey, what's up?
What's up, man?
Hey, Jason, just wanted to say, what's up, just some ideas. I wanted to know if you could take Table Enemies on kind of like a nationwide tour, advertise in the newspapers, maybe rent out a hotel room, maybe a movie theater, something of that sort, and, just try to gather people in the same area together, because I feel like that the movement is not really mobilized. Well, it's probably going to happen. I mean, it happened with Loose Change, second edition. It happened with Loose Change, Final Cut. I've been all over the country. It's really up to people like you, man. I can't do it all. And I know theaters cost money, I know events cost money, promotion costs money, and if people are willing to put up that money, I always give them the theater take, and basically I make whatever I can off of DVDs and T-shirts, and they have to bring me out there, and I have to have the time to do it. But you're more than welcome to set up, private screenings in your own home, in schools, in colleges, on public access. We try to make it available for as many people as possible, and I try to do what I can. But, Alex is pretty dead on. If you spend too much time traveling, you're not able to put these projects together. I mean, this project took me a good 3-4 months to really piece together, and that's not even involving the writing or getting actually archiving the clips. That literally I was doing that while I was working on Loose Change Final Cut. So it's a very extensive process, and I hope I can travel around too. You can bet that you'll see me in places like Jersey, maybe Boston. Northeast corner's a lot easier for me because I can drive and I've got a car now, so it's a bit easier. I thank you for the call, Chris. Let's jump to Robin in Ohio. Robin, what's on your mind?
Hey, what's going on, man? Appreciate your work, Jason.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, I got two things.
Okay.
If you're a Time Warner person, you can go to the marketing department and get leased access. I think it's like $200 an hour, but you can buy time on Time Warner.
I've done it.
Secondarily, my contribution, I have a personalized tag on my car. It says WTC7, and below it's my InfoWars sticker, and I've had T-shirts printed up. I do what I can. I spread the word. I buy your guys' stuff, and I share it with everyone I can. So I'm trying to do what I can, bro. Just wanted to say hello.
Hey, man, just keep it up, and, that's what I'm talking about. Wear a T-shirt. I do all the time. I was wearing my Obey Arnold T-shirt yesterday. I'm constantly wearing my Investigate 9/11 T-shirt. I actually had this cool cat over at a custom store. I think it's Nizo's Sweatshop. I'm going to plug that really quick. If you check that out, this guy, he posted it on my page, on my MySpace page a couple weeks ago, but he did me a custom Investigate 9/11 New Era hat with Info Warrior on the back, and, everybody's doing something out there, and as long as you're just not listening, if you're doing what the last caller's doing, if you're showing your neighbors, if you're making copies of DVDs, if you're acting like a human being and interacting with the human populace, man, with humanity in general, you're making a difference. And I know that we can continue to do that. Let's jump to Bart in Texas. Bart, what's on your mind?
Hey, Jason, I wanted to touch back for a second on this Malkin confrontation because it kind of hits a sore spot with me.
Okay.
That I've just continually noticed that I want to talk about is that the left and the leftists really do hate Alex Jones. And I see that I encounter this a lot in my own work with, trying to spread this kind of information. And as I see it, it's two primary things. One is Alex has really re-energized the entire patriot libertarian movement, and that is, just on the face value, taking away from their organizations. It's really brought the whole patriot resistor back into the forefront of things, and that's just sapping their movement. So, I mean, that's one end of the spectrum, and the other end of the spectrum is if you read Lenin, and you read about the way communism is supposed to be implemented, is that you have to vilify all other social movements. You have to destroy every other social movement so that your social movement is the only movement that has any real power or credibility. So, I mean, I'm not saying that it's this mastermind plot from the leftist faction, but it's really kind of this whole gambit of hate and strategy.
Well, hold on. How goofy is it that the guy that's supposedly leading this, leftist, quote-unquote, anarchist group dressed up like Mickey Mouse from Fantasia to quote-unquote levitate the mint. You know what I'm saying?
No, I completely agree. It's a clown costume. You know, Malkin loves to show up and get pictures of that because that just reinforces the whole left-right paradigm, because then some guy out in California that's just middle America and buys into the whole, you know, smorgasbord of lies looks at that and goes, my God, these people are absolute morons.
Absolutely insane, absolutely.
Then if you share those views, you know, you must be an absolute moron.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I really encourage people to do that, you know, break through that. You're not going to get through to the leaders, but do your best. And the other danger here is don't allow them to suck us into the same cycle of confrontation with them. Our message is above that. We are really trying to have effective change, and the most effective change is not to allow them to polarize us. We have to break through their own conditioning.
I'm with you. Thank you so much for the call, Bart.